Hi, welcome to Consult Kriba YouTube channel. I am Mahalakshmi Arun Rajkumaran, co-founder of Consult Kriba. Today in this video, we are going to see about a very important export sector from India. This export sector literally turns the waste into wealth, helping the other countries and also helping our own agriculture. Yes, today in this video, we are going to see about the processed food exports. According to Indian Council of Agricultural Research and Central Institute of Post-Harvest Engineering and Technology, every year in India we are wasting about 1.75 lakh ton of agricultural produce that can literally feed some countries for a whole year, the entire country. So let's see how these exports are done, what are your opportunities, and how we can help you to grow your export business. This industry also have the Indian government support of anywhere from 10 lakhs to 50 crores per year support. So if we see India's export opportunity, we could see two figures here. So according to APEDA, in the financial year 2024 to 25, some exports processed food has already reached export value of 8.22 US billion dollars. And according to Ministry of Food Processing Industries, HS chapters from 16 to 23 in the same financial year reached the export value of 10.10 billion in US dollars. Both are true. Both gives the one exact truth that Indian processed food industry has the global opportunity. Usually, this processed food export is categorized into four baskets. The first one is the processed vegetable. Second one is the miscellaneous preparations like sauces, paste, different type of ready-made foods. Then cereal preparation, then fruit, juice and nuts. India is the second largest producer of vegetables, fruits, sugarcane, wheat. So we naturally have enough raw material to support these industries. We also have different hubs which are good at making this product for the international standard. Some examples I've given here, like Kashipur from Uttarakhand is known for the frozen potato. Mahua Bhavna Nagar, Gujarat is known for onion, garlic, dehydrated powder. Chittoor and Krishnagiri belt is known for different type of mango and mango pulps and concentrate. Maharashtra and Gujarat belt, fruits, snacks, composite, food. So you could see these states have real advantage in exporting these products to the international market. Let's take the frozen food industry on its own. Though I've given one example, this is a typical route how the frozen food export works from India to international market. If you have to be successful in frozen food exports, the cold chain matters really a lot in this exports. So the specification, if you could see, the frozen food usually gets exported in the form of cut and grade, dry matter, solid, fry color, oil uptake, defects microbiology, minus 18-degree handling. This is the spec and what you have to show to the buyer that you have the quality that market needs. But the buyer will always test your landing cost, their margins, the freezer responsibility, expiry date, and how well we can fill the stock. So usually how it works from Indian manufacturing unit to the Gulf and to the distributor, and then it lands with the food service importer and the value chain hospitality industry. So APEDA has helped 24 metric ton of Kashipur frozen potato to be exported to Iraq in July 2026. The next set of processed food export is dehydrated ingredients. So in this, the exporter would check the moisture, particle size, color, pungency, foreign matter, micro and residues. These are very important. Your product proves that it is of international market standards. The next one is also the sauce or the paste. So you could see the bricks, pH, viscosity, heat, oil separation, preservative, open shelf life. These are the areas you must have the proof where the buyer will expect. Just having the catalog is not enough. You have to couple it with the real proof that you are aware of the international standards, because this product goes through the channel of food processors, service industries, and private labeling and branding. The next big category is snacks and cereal foods. So this also adds, if you add flavor, because USA or Canada, UAE, UK, you could see the Indian diaspora, different countries diaspora are here. So this presents a very good opportunity for Indian exporters. Middle East, it also get exported. Different hubs are there. The private labels, ethnic food category, and the major part is this food are very convenience, right? As the disposable income is increasing day by day, people like to have something healthy and also easy to have. That's why these type of exports keep growing day by day. You have to be really aware of how the whole distribution works, whether it is in ethnic or modern retail. If it is food service industry you are going to export to, what kind of packaging they expect, what kind of standards they expect, you should be aware of it. The next one is the pulp and concentrates. This is where the fruits have real opportunity in the international market, especially our mango. Like we have different varieties of mangoes. According to APEDA, there are 65 units of pulp processing units across Chittoor and Krishnagiri. Maharashtra is also known for the mango exports. So we could see the varieties like Alfonso, Totapuri, Kesar. These are the mango varieties that are turned into pulp. But the major challenge is the packaging. Here is where you have to focus on what kind of packaging your target market expects. Saudi Arabia, USA, EU, UK, Canada. So you have to understand the packaging, and the most important thing is the customs regulations. So the buyer proof is important as documented. Again and again, why I'm insisting on the proof. These products you can sustain and grow in exports only if you can prove the quality in the international market. So if you have to be successful in processed food exports, not just the catalog, the first thing you should understand is a particular country's safety, additives, residue, label, certificate rules. That's what you have to first learn about exporting your processed food. The next one is what is the expectation of the buyer in terms of quality, in terms of margins, in terms of landing cost, in the terms of how you will service them if there is a challenge or compliance. And next one is the operating system. Whether you have the reliable traceability that you can repeat the same quality again and again, whether you could be compliant according to their market needs. This is where internationally Indian exporters can focus on all these three aspects. So if we see the overseas hubs mainly for the processing food, it is in Dubai, Jebel Ali, in Saudi Arabia, Jeddah, Riyadh, and in EU, Rotterdam, and in East Coast. These are the major hubs where the processed food industry must focus on establishing your networks and your presence, so that your logistics is taken care of. You can assure that you can take care of the regular flow of your product into the market. Once you have a very good quality, you have a very good importer, this is just a repeated orders you can get in the market. But the competition is real in the international market. Not only India, every country has a different unique strength in the international market. So if we see frozen and processed veg, China, Turkey, they are really strong competitors for us because they have the scale, consistency, easy route to EU. So we have to prove that our spec consistency, our infrastructure, everything matches to prove that quality. If we see the pulp and juice sector, Brazil, Mexico, Thailand, they have a great market familiarity and industrial supply. Even if we take a very simple coconut juice, we have tough competition in the international market. This is where we have to show the variety we have, residue control. This is very, very important when we talk about processed food in the international market. And next one is the sauce and ingredients. Here we have again China, Thailand, and there will be local formulations also, local suppliers who understand the local market's need, food culture. So here we should be ready to customize it because the agricultural products are seasonal based. The suppliers, the local suppliers in that country need a regular supply. This is where they are open to import and get it from other countries. Even recently, Bhutan imported ice creams from Assam. So every processed food has an opportunity in the international market if we know how to customize to the local taste, local needs, and the risk level is under control because these are food items. And then the snacks, prepared food, here also local and diaspora brands, they will have a strong presence. If we compare India's processed food industry, it is only 10% of our whole produce. But if we consider US, they process about 65% of their agricultural produce. So there will be a strong competition from the local market. But we have some strong products from India that can really add value to the local brands and the diaspora brands. This is where Indian government is supporting the processed food industries from different schemes. These schemes come under 4 categories. The first one is the infrastructure development, whether it is cold chain, processing capacity, like Ministry of Food Processing Industry, we have PLI schemes. This helps in building up the clusters and also quality side, testing, food safety systems, traceability, certification. We have Nirya Disha and Nirya Protasan to help you get the support from the government, and then the market as a schemes through the APEDA, FIO, you can participate in the international markets. And we also have, once you have done the exports, we have duty drawback, road tip schemes to help you in the competitive costing in the international market. So the opportunity is there, demand is there, support is there. There are still 6 challenges in the export business. Like if you are functioning in credit payments, and the major challenge is the temperature of these foods to be maintained, the expiry, returns, and if you are in a particular territory, how you are not locked by the exclusivity or dependent on one type of buyers. And there are also the fraud challenges, payment challenges. These things do happen in the international market. So if you have to be successful in international market, check on these 5 aspects. The first one is, why should a buyer buy from you? What is the particular need for that product in their local market? And whether your samples can be approved, your standards are acceptable in that market. Can you still have enough margins after the landed cost that you are quoting for your product? And then will you be able to meet the countries and buyers rules, and whether you can have the support, you can support your buyer also, and what are the support you have from the government so that you can grow your business regularly. This is where we follow a method called reverse sourcing method, which is like you have to plan, prepare and execute your export growth. If this is your challenge, I invite you to our export growth activation, where in 3 days you know exactly where your export opportunities are, how you can build your high quality buyers network and protect your margins and payments using the Indian support schemes and also the 90 days action plan. So you can check out the link in the description and I will meet you within the program. Thank you.